Blessings, everyone. It's your favorite bad boy of yoga, Yogi Chris, and I just wanted to talk about biohacking. Biohacking is a seminar that I offer around the country and internationally, and it's really just a concept that I teach online. You know, biohacking, how do you hack the neurology? How do you hack this innate nervous system program for how to respond to sensation, how to respond with emotions, how to respond to emotions, and how can you really control the system that would be otherwise just running itself? You know, the human can pretty much just survive on its own. You know, you'll find a mate, you'll find food. You don't really need to think much about it. But if you want to really thrive, if you want to go for your goals and be able to maintain state, you know, it's an old like kind of self-help concept of like state control. Biohacking is really effective for performance enhancement. So what do I mean by biohacking? This is going to be progressions, how I teach it. This is, you know, there's a lot of performance coaches out there. There's a lot of, if you are into this kind of thing, you'll find ads will come at you from YouTube and Facebook and whatever about performance enhancing. So this is a yoga and wellness and just kind of approach, and just look at my testimonials to see what it is. I mean, you know, people with PTSD that are finally able to fall asleep, people that get seizures that are finally able to intervene and stop those seizures, people with spinal fusions that have like electrodes in their spine to reduce their pain. And I can reduce their pain without the electricity, and biohacking. So essentially this is involving, first you need coordination with some autonomic functions. Autonomic means that it's happening on its own. One of the primary autonomic functions that you know of is your heart beating. But really one of the easiest autonomic functions to intervene on is your breathing. Your breathing is happening whether you think about it or not, right? You tell people I teach breathing. They're like, I already breathe. It's like, yeah, I mean, try to run, you're going to want a running coach. Try to swim, you want a swimming coach. Try to draw, you already know how to draw, but you're going to want an artist coach if you're probably not good at drawing. You're probably not that good at breathing. Let me be real with you. I mean, within a few months, I was able to hold my breath for 5 minutes. Can you hold your breath for 5 minutes? Why would anybody want to do that? Well, because when you hold your breath for 5 minutes, your heart calms down. When your heart calms down, the cortisol is removed from your blood. When the cortisol is removed from your blood, you will experience tranquility and calmness like you were unaware that was even possible, because that's a stress hormone. It's just in your blood. You can't help but be stressed when there's cortisol in your system. That's not what I'm teaching with biohacking. That was just me bragging for a second. So biohacking is breathing progressions to open and close your vascular system. I mean, if you ever study Wim Hof, I mean, that's easy to teach you. If you read any, Simon Borg-Olivia is a good reference in how he talks about physiology and breathing. So I teach in a way how to isolate your diaphragm, how to use your intercostals, and using 3 or 4 different breathing techniques, different, patterns of breathing, I can tremendously raise your awareness of how to open and close all of the vessels in your body. Now, what's opening and closing your blood vessels is your nerves. You have these nerves that go to the smooth muscle. Smooth muscle means it's just kind of autonomic, like your heart is made of smooth muscle. So the smooth muscle either relaxes or contracts. So you develop this coordination of your attention with the neurology, the neuromuscular connection to your vascular system. When you do this, you will greatly enhance your awareness of where your body is in space. Your proprioception and your awareness of what's going on in your body. Where is there tension? Where is there relaxation? When you start to relax the whole, and open really, it's not just relax, but dilate the whole system inside, you will become aware of contractions that happen. Once it's relaxed, you'll become aware of, oh, tension just happened. That tension is going to be related to what you're thinking about, your conversation, your self-image. These things will contract the body, and that's a primary cause of suffering, the dukkha, the contraction. So first I teach you how to dilate your system. Then we'll focus, we'll develop an internal focus, a kind of, in yoga they call it drishti, your gazing point. The gazing point can be inside also. So I'll teach you certain points in the body to gaze at, and through some dialogue, basically, I will teach you a dialogue to dialogue with your body. A lot of people like to say, I listen to my body. Listen, to a person who knows how to listen to the body, meaning actually the sensations of the body get translated into words and symbols that I can interpret, that's listening to your body. If your body is feeling something, that's not listening. That's feeling something. That's great. It's great to feel the body. I recently had an apprentice was driving with me in Miami, and it was late at night, and the highways in Miami are no joke, and he had a little panic attack. He was unaware that his body was panicking. And it took a little bit of dialogue to get him to realize that, hey, your body is feeling something. You got to acknowledge that you're feeling something. But that's not the same thing as listening. And it's definitely not the same thing as dialogue. Dialoguing with the body means hear the body, talk to the body, hear what the body responds, respond to what the body is saying. Dialogue is not just telling your body what to do, it's a communication. So by giving some suggested questions, I've had a lot of success, especially online, but definitely in workshops. I mean, just again, check out the testimonies, is you can influence and shift your emotions. You can shift your pain. You can shift almost any kind of sensation by talking with your body. And I mean, try it for yourself. This video alone probably raised your awareness a little bit about it. But of course, you know, I can really accelerate your growth in this arena, in your ability to communicate and listen to your body, and your ability to influence your own experience of life, because it's all an illusion anyway. It's just an illusion. 99.9999% of what's happening, you're not even perceiving, because you don't even have the organs to perceive those frequencies of energies. So what you think is happening is probably an illusion anyway. Don't worry about it. We're all experiencing the same illusion, but a lot of pain, aggravation, emotions, and hormones and things like, I mean, there are real things happening, but your perception of them can be changed. If you want to change, or you want to learn how to change it, and like in the art of war, it's better to prepare for war in times of peace. Prepare to be able to influence your system when you don't need to, because when you need to, you're not going to be in the mood to learn. So this is biohacking. This is how I teach biohacking. And there's many levels to it. Eventually it leads into things like alchemy and chakra meditation. And I love teaching those things too. But the gateway, in my opinion, in the 9th limb method, is biohacking. So if you know someone interested in this, definitely share this video with them. I'd love to come to your city. Been to many cities already, and I would love to come to yours, even if I've already been there before. Otherwise, comment on this video if this did something for you. If you got value from it, let me know. Subscribe to the channel, of course, and I'll see you in the next one. Blessings.